Yamaha have officially unveiled their long-awaited V4 prototype at Misano on Thursday, the 11th of September, marking what could be the beginning of a new era for the Japanese manufacturer in MotoGP. The bike, which represents a fundamental shift away from the traditional inline 4 configuration that Yamaha had relied upon for decades, will be making its competitive debut with test rider Augusto Fernandez during the San Marino Grand Prix weekend. Fernandez, who recently extended his contract with Yamaha until 2027, will take part in the full schedule of sessions as a wildcard entry. His role will be pivotal in providing first-hand data and feedback under genuine race conditions, rather than the controlled environment of private tests. For Yamaha's factory riders, Rins and Fabio Quartararo, expectations are sky-high. The team have struggled for competitiveness in recent years with the Inline M1, often losing out in terms of acceleration and top speed compared to Ducati, KTM and Aprilia. Speaking ahead of the weekend, Rins did not hide his enthusiasm for the V4's potential. "Hopefully Augusto finishes in front of us," Rins joked, underlining both the seriousness of Yamaha's current struggles and the weight of expectation riding on the new project. "Everyone will be watching him closely, so let's see how the weekend develops." Quartararo, Yamaha's 2021 MotoGP world champion, echoed the optimism. Having already tested the V4 during a private session in Barcelona earlier this summer, the Frenchman is eager to see how the prototype behaves under the unique demands of Misano. "I'm really looking forward to seeing it on track," Quartararo admitted. "It's important to understand not just its position compared to the competition, but more importantly the feeling it provides on a circuit that is very different from Barcelona." Despite the optimism from the riders, Yamaha's MotoGP technical director Max Bartolini was quick to temper expectations. He clarified that the Misano wildcard appearance is not about immediate results or headline-grabbing lap times. Instead, the focus is on gathering valuable data and validating key engineering assumptions in real racing conditions. "We want to verify our main concepts, collect as much information as possible, and prepare for the next steps," Bartolini explained. "This is a crucial stage in the development cycle rather than the end goal." The philosophy reflects Yamaha's broader strategy, prioritizing long-term competitiveness over short-term gains. Still, the spotlight will inevitably shine on Fernandez's performance, as it could offer the clearest indicator yet of whether Yamaha are truly back on the right path. Yamaha also arrive at Misano on the back of a morale-boosting performance in Barcelona, where Quartararo delivered a surprise podium in the sprint and a solid fifth-place finish in the main race. Those results, albeit under specific circumstances, gave the team a glimmer of hope that improvements are starting to take effect. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the paddock, Pramac Racing are also in a cautiously optimistic mood. Miguel Oliveira managed to secure his best finish of the season in Barcelona, crossing the line in 9th place. Pramac's team manager, Gino Borsoy, believes that positive energy can carry over to Misano, even if the circuit's layout poses a very different technical challenge. "We're bringing positive momentum from Barcelona," Borsoy said. "Misano is a completely different track, but I believe we can perform well again." Yamaha's gamble with the V4 is nothing short of revolutionary. For years, critics have argued that the Inline M1 had reached its developmental ceiling, incapable of matching the explosive power of the V4 machines fielded by Ducati, Honda, KTM and Aprilia. By committing to a V4 project, Yamaha are essentially rewriting their MotoGP philosophy from the ground up. The wildcard outing at Misano, therefore, carries immense symbolic weight. If Fernandez shows promise even in flashes, it will serve as a morale boost for Quartararo and Rins, who have both struggled to hide their frustration in recent seasons. On the other hand, if the V4 fails to impress, Yamaha risk not only prolonging their decline, but also losing credibility among their riders and fans. Misano might not deliver immediate podiums, but it could prove decisive in shaping Yamaha's trajectory towards 2026 and beyond. For Quartararo and Rins, their public optimism is less about expectation and more about necessity. If this bike doesn't work, Yamaha's future as a genuine MotoGP contender could be hanging by a thread. The unveiling of the Yamaha 5.4 at Misano is not just a technical milestone, but also a statement of intent from Iwata. For too long, Yamaha had been accused of being overly conservative, clinging to tradition while rivals redefined the sport. Ducati's dominance with their Decima Sedici and KTM's relentless innovation forced Yamaha into a corner. The V4 represents a bold step into uncharted waters, one that could either restore the manufacturer's glory or expose the magnitude of the rebuilding job ahead. For Fabio Quartararo, this project carries a deeply personal significance. After winning the 2021 championship, the Frenchman has endured a frustrating spell in which podiums have become rare and wins even rarer. His decision to commit his future to Yamaha until 2027 was seen by many as a leap of faith. Now, with the V4 finally seeing daylight, Quartararo will be desperate for proof that his loyalty will eventually be rewarded. Alex Rins too stands at an important crossroads in his career. After leaving Honda following a turbulent season, he has placed his trust in Yamaha to offer him a competitive package. His light-hearted comments about hoping the test rider finishes ahead were telling. Beneath the humour lies the reality that Yamaha's current bike is not capable of delivering consistent results. The Spaniard knows that his own career renaissance hinges on the success of this project. The choice of Augusto Fernandez as the man to debut the V4 is also an intriguing subplot. Fernandez, known for his analytical approach and ability to provide detailed technical feedback, has been hand-picked to guide this new era. His wildcard appearance is not about chasing points, but his lap times, tyre management and adaptability will be scrutinised with forensic detail by every rival team in the paddock. From a technical standpoint, the shift to a V4 configuration could transform Yamaha's competitiveness in key performance areas. Improved acceleration, stronger top-end speed, and better adaptability to different circuits are among the expected benefits. Yet moving away from the inline 4 means Yamaha's engineers must also unlearn decades of accumulated experience. The transition is complex, and the learning curve will be steep. The psychological aspect should not be underestimated either. Ducati's supremacy has left many riders resigned to playing catch-up, while Yamaha's prolonged struggles drained morale within the garage. A promising outing for the V4 at Misano, even without spectacular results, could lift spirits and reignite belief across the team. Sometimes hope is as important as horsepower.